Hello everyone, welcome to Gosport Railworks. My name is James and today we're doing another ready to run product review. This time we're looking at the Bachmann N-Scale Henrietta model. And it does look like a rather nice little model. So let me just quickly pop this over here and we can get the boring stuff out of the way. So it is the box made by Bachmann, and the product code is 76091 Henrietta. And there's not really much else for the box because they don't really tend to have much for instructions for just the rolling stock. So I'll just pop you over there. I don't think there's not even a warranty sheet unless they've hidden it somewhere. Anyway, let me just get something to point with. The screwdriver will do. Yeah, have a nice little model. Costs about £30 or £32 depending where you get it from. So it's a little bit pricey, but considering it is a Thompson tank engine model, it does have to share the cost with the IP owner. So yes, that's where the other money goes to. Anyway, yeah, let's have a look at the model. Under frame detail is very sparse on the bottom. It just says it's made by Bachmann and Thomas Limited, Norby, and also made in China. But yes, onto the more interesting bits. Roof detail, it has got the 6 vents on top. Not much else detail there. There's not much detail on the inside from what I can tell. Basically it's just an empty box with some glazing on the outside. But outside detail is a bit more interesting. We have got some very nice detail on the verandas for the I want to call it a fence, but I know it's not a fence. But oh damn, I've forgotten the word. But yes, we'll just call it a fence for now. But on the fenced off bit, it does have nice detail. Has got a happy little face for Henrietta, though my version of Henrietta, which I remember when I used to watch Thomas the Tank, didn't have a face. So that's so it's from the new Thomas the Tank series, at least from the CGI era. Footsteps, durable, not going to break off, so not really, can't really complain, as it is maybe a children's toy. So yes, that's quite sturdy, so that's nice to see. But not much detail there, but still. The side panels, it's got some ribs going across. Has also got some paneling at the top here. And a few other vents above the window, the larger windows in between the 3 sets. So there is glazing and also paneling. Just make sure you can see paneling on the face side and also on the rear side, and also a door there as well. Let's see, buffers, sturdy, not gonna break off from what I can tell. Maybe if you give them a good yank in one direction, that'll probably break them. And it has got a coupling hook down here as well. Doubt you could probably use that, but yeah. Wheels are made out of metal and very free rolling, as you can tell. Very free rolling, and has got nim pockets and sprung couplings as well. So very nice. And has the normal Rapido coupling hooks. So yeah, can't see any screws. So to gain access, I'm not entirely sure how you do it. You may need to carefully pry it apart if you need to. Just trying to see where they may have hidden any screws, but no, I cannot see any screws. So I'm assuming it is just all clipped together. Still, for the amount of detail, it's not too bad actually. Very nice. And yeah, the face does have a fair amount of at least looks like the character from the CGI series. Still think there could have been a bit more detail inside, but yeah, that probably would have bumped up the cost. Anyway, that's probably it for having a look at the details. So I'm going to get this onto my turntable and tell you a bit more about Henrietta herself. And then I'll get this onto my layout and show you her being pulled around by Toby. Anyway, I'll see you in a bit. Henrietta is Toby's faithful coach, who likes to be full of passengers and taking them on journeys. She does not like to be separated from Toby, although she rarely transports a full load of passengers. Henrietta is quite content with her life on the island, and is attached to Toby as he is always taking her with him, as he says she might be useful one day. She worked with Toby on their old tramway in the north of Sodor, and became quite depressed when buses and lorries took over her work and when the line closed down, due to the lack of passengers and freight. But when Toby moved to the North Western Railway, he could not bear to leave her behind. When the Fat Controller visited the tramway while on holiday, Toby mentioned that a station master on his tramway wanted to use her as a hen house, but the Fat Controller then commented that would never do. It allowed Henrietta to always be with Toby on the North Western Railway. Henrietta is based on a Great Eastern Railway Wisbech and Upwell tramway four-wheel coach. From the beginning, the Wisbech and Upwell used its own special passenger stock. Initially, only four-wheelers were used, but bogie coaches were introduced in 1884. The coaches had balconies at each end and a drawbridge-type gangway between coaches. Each balcony had an emergency handbrake wheel, and the coaches looked squat and low-lying due to the need to handle raised track and the absence of platforms at some of the depots. All the four-wheeled coaches were scrapped by 1948, but the bogie coaches survived into British Railways ownership. One of them, number 7, named Irene, has been preserved by the Midland and Great Northern Joint Railway Society. Right, here we are with Henrietta now on the layout. She does look quite nice there, sat on some actual track. And I have got Toby there to pull around in a moment. But yeah, just to show off, well, how well she rolls on her own. Also, do have to mention that I did forget to check how heavy she is. And it's not kind to ask a lady her weight, but she weighs 11.7 grams. So about 12 grams, just under. So yeah. Not too bad. And if you do need to add weight, there's plenty of space below. Just to, well, if you really do want to add weight. But 12 grams is quite alright for the size of the vehicle that she is. So let's just see how well she rolls on her own. And yeah, that's actually quite nice. So should have absolutely no issues if I didn't try to crash her through the points. Yeah, very happy with that. So let's just pop her onto the other lane and see how well she couples up with Toby. So let's make sure Toby's going the right way around. No, he isn't. So here we go. Probably needs a bit more speed. There we go. Yeah, it does seem that since he's quite light, there's not much friction there with the wheels, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a good thing because, you know, she's not going to slow down Toby. Bad thing is that, well, there's not enough weight to push against when trying to couple up from the loco. So you do need to keep an eye on that. Anyway, let's get Toby the right way around now. And, yeah, we'll just run them together. And I have made sure to give the track a clean. Now just wait for them to come back over here. nicely running there. Yeah, absolutely no issues whatsoever. And as you can see, she's not slowing down Toby when going up the incline, since, well, she's a very light coach. Yeah, very happy with that. Just noticed a bit of muck on Toby, but oh well. Yeah, very happy with how with Henrietta, really. So I'm just going to move her a little bit up so we can see better. Yeah. Now then, on to the main questions. Well, we already know how much she costs, which is £30 or £32, depending where you get it from. Is she worth that price? And it's another hard question, really, for me, because I said I do like having Henrietta with Toby, because they do go together. You do need both of them together. However, for that price and for the amount of detail, it is a very hard push. Obviously, the good portion of the money goes to whoever owns Thomas the Tank these days, but and then the rest of it goes to Bachmann. But yeah, it is a hard push. If only she had a bit more detail. That's the thing which I really could have wanted, because so the interior is, well, you can see here. I probably can't see there. Yeah, there is no interior whatsoever. So that could have been something which they could have added, just to give a bit more value for money. Because, as I said, from my angle, I cannot see anything of an interior. So, yeah, that would have been a bit more better. Maybe maybe an option to have some passengers to be able to fit onto each veranda. Just a little bit extra. They just need something like this just to pop on the inside, but oh well. But that's just my opinion. I said I'll still keep her, but yeah, could have been a bit more. Definitely for £30, it should definitely be a bit more. But for the length of coach she is, no, I don't think that actually. No, there would be coaches same length. Never mind. I was thinking in case you wanted to use the chassis for anything in particular, but no, you do get coaches that's length anyway. But oh well. Still, nice looking model. Very durable for the intended purpose of being a children's toy. But the price is a hard push. Especially if you're a young modeler and you want to save up for getting Henrietta to get with Toby. Because Toby on his own is 80 quid, then there's another £30 for Henrietta. So yeah, to get them both together it's 110. So, and that's if you get good prices. But yeah, let me know what you think down below. Do you like Henrietta or do you not like Henrietta? Are you like me and wish that you had a model era version of Henrietta without the face, which is really something which I want to try to remove. But yeah, like I said, let me know down below. But anyway, that's going to be it for me. If you liked the video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. And if you didn't like the video, hope you enjoyed it anyway. But yeah, that's going to be it. And I'll send these two off on the way. So take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Give Toby a bit of speed. Take care now. There we go.